Hello, and welcome to Hahn Hall. In the unlikely event of an emergency, please locate your nearest exit. Hahn Hall is equipped with a hearing loop assisted listening system. Switch to T-coil or hearing loop for use. At this time, please silence all other electronic devices.
Hay interpretación al español disponible para la presentación de esta noche. Vaya al vestíbulo para recoger un equipo y audífonos. Interpretation into Spanish is available for this evening's presentation. Please go to the foyer to pick up a headphone set.
I really love singing because it gives me a chance to learn new music.
I feel pretty proud after a concert because some of the songs are hard to learn, and at the end of the day when we did those songs at the concert, it just feels really great.
At home, there's a lot of music going on because they keep practicing these songs. It's fun to hear. I'm happy that my kids are doing this program.
Sing with the Santa Barbara County Education Office is providing the maximum number of children ages 1st through 6th grade access to a high-quality, high-intensity choral program free of charge. In addition, all of our young artists are invited to the Music Academy campus once a month to rehearse and perform and learn from one another. Another important part of the performance curriculum of Sing involves performances with the local, national, and international roster of artists associated with the Music Academy.
I love singing because I love singing.
I really like to sing.
I like singing because you get to share your voice.
We are so excited at Sing, with over 250 students registered, to offer this vital music education opportunity to our whole community, both here at the Music Academy and beyond.
Ladies and gentlemen, under the direction of Aaron McKibben, sing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 9th annual A Salute to Teachers, in person and live streamed from beautiful Hahn Hall. Please welcome President and CEO of the Music Academy, Scott Reed.
Good evening. The Music Academy is so honored to be hosting the 9th annual Salute to Teachers celebration. I know I speak for everybody at the Music Academy when I express our gratitude for the educators in our community. I also want to thank so many of you that make our Sing program possible for 180 children in our schools. Thank you very much for those that make that possible for us. We are so proud of this program, Sing, and the musical experiences that it's bringing the children and the families in our community. And we know it could not happen without our schools, our teachers, and the administration that supports them. So thank you very much. I want to give us a couple special mentions to some Music Academy leaders we have with us this evening. Our valued board member, Ellen Barger. Our auxiliary member, Emily Zacharias. My colleagues here at the Music Academy, with a very special mention of our incredible choral director of the Sing program, Erin McGibbon. Have a wonderful night tonight, and now please join me in welcoming to the stage your Master of Ceremonies, Andrew Firestone.
Good evening. This is your night. We celebrate tonight. I'm thrilled to be back for my 7th time as your MC for A Salute to Teachers. For 7 years, we've been able to come back and salute you and honor teachers that are doing extensive, amazing work right here in our community. My children attend local schools, so I know firsthand how hard you all work every single day and the level of dedication you pour into your community, and we are so lucky to have you. Yes. Anytime you hear something you like, clap. I'm honored to be here tonight and to welcome you to a Salute to Teachers presented by Cox Communications. Every time, apparently. And the Santa Barbara County Education Office. That's good too. And another big round of applause to Scott and his team for allowing us to be here in this amazing venue. Thank you, Scott. Such an important kind of cornerstone for the arts here in Santa Barbara, so thank you. And another big thanks to our student performers who entertained us out in front of the hall this evening, the Orchid Academy Jazz Band. And they're directed by our 2022 Santa Barbara Bowl Performing Arts Teacher of the Year, Josie Coburn. Thank you for sharing your talents with us. Now, we are in person, but we also want to welcome our at-home audience joining us via live stream. A huge thanks to Paul, Matthew, and West Beach Films for making it possible. So, to all of you watching on live stream, hello! We're excited to shine the spotlight on amazing teachers tonight, and we hope that you'll want to learn even more about them. So now we don't have enough time to share all that we'd like to about each of our honorees, so we've set up a QR code that you can see on the screen, right there, and in your event agenda. So if you were to point your phone the camera right towards the QR code, you'll be directed to some special features about each honoree, including their videos that you'll see on the screen tonight. And here's a little pro tip. You may want to mute your phone if you haven't already, but take a look at the QR code and get even more content about our teachers this evening. Now tonight, we are here to sincerely thank you teachers, and not just the ones we are honoring here on the stage, but all of you who make a difference for my family and for the lives of families all over Santa Barbara County. It isn't surprising that teachers go to great lengths for their students. This is what teachers do. This is what you do. And tonight is our opportunity to thank and salute you. So this year, the Salute to Teachers event is our 9th annual collaboration between the Santa Barbara County Education Office, Cox Communications, and our other generous sponsors. Together, we have built this tradition of honoring our Santa Barbara County Teachers of the Year, distinguished mentors, distinguished new educators, and the Santa Barbara Bowl Performing Art Teachers of the Year. This will be an exciting night of celebrating education as a whole and giving teachers the extraordinary recognition they deserve. We are truly grateful for the numerous partners who share our desire to honor these remarkable teachers tonight. Please join me in thanking these valedictorian sponsors. Fielding Graduate University. Yeah, we can clap. Melfred Borzal, Montecito Bank and Trust, Newshawk, the Santa Barbara Bowl, and Santa Barbara City College. Thank you so much. To the watching audience at home, we were serving champagne ahead of time, obviously. This is why we're such a lively crowd this evening. You'll be hearing from each of them later tonight as they present the awards for our teachers. We also want to thank this year's salutarian sponsors, LinkedIn, Rusty's Pizza Parlors, as well as our honor roll sponsors. Thank you so much. And lastly, we want to thank our teachers' pet sponsors. As you can see behind, there's too many to even name, but thank you to everybody that has made tonight possible. Now, these organizations, not just tonight, support our teachers and education in the county, but they do it all the time, and there's a lot of tremendous supporters of this event, and we thank you for giving to our local teachers so generously. We know you contribute because you truly want to directly impact education in this very special way, so tonight would not be possible without you. So tonight, I am proud to introduce this evening's host, our County Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Susan Salcido. I don't know where you are. There she is. I also want to say hello to our Santa Barbara County Education Office board members, Maggie Daney, Nadra Ehrman, there's Michelle DeWord, right in front, and Bruce Porter. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. We're also pleased to welcome several elected representatives, all here to express their appreciation and support of our honored teachers and educators countywide. U.S. Congressman Salud Carbajal, County Supervisor Greg Hart, we've got Eric Friedman and Oscar Gutierrez from our City Council. Thanks so much for being here. Good to see you, Oscar. And Goleta City Council member James Kiriko, thank you so much for being here. And now it is my pleasure to tell you a bit about the first awards that will be presented tonight. Our first awards are for the 2023 Santa Barbara County Distinguished New Educators. These 3 teachers were selected from a large pool of nominees whose colleagues and mentors found them to exhibit exemplary instructional practice, innovation, and tremendous potential. To be eligible for the award, nominees must be participants in a new teacher induction program. These honorees, who are just beginning their career, have already demonstrated skill, commitment, and promise. We are excited to recognize 3 new teachers who already provide a glimpse into the future of education and inspire us with their enthusiasm and innovation. But before we do, I'd like to thank our previous Distinguished New Educator Award winners who are here again tonight, TJ Berry and Michael Wallace. Where are you guys? There we are. They came back. But thank you guys so much. And now here to present our first Distinguished New Educator Award winner is Eric Melsheimer, president of Melford Borzall.
Good evening. Each spring, I get the opportunity to interview young people for internships and summer jobs and to hear their stories. And each one of them just about tells about a teacher that really impacted the direction of their lives. To paraphrase Krista McAuliffe, teachers touch the future. And that's why it's so important to support public education and to recognize these outstanding teachers. I am especially honored to introduce our first of the 2023 Distinguished New Educator Award winners, the amazing and tireless Crystal Guzman from El Camino Junior High in Santa Maria. I am sure that Ms. Guzman will impact the lives of many, many students in the years to come. And here's a short video to learn more about Ms. Guzman.
Hi, my name is Crystal Guzman and I teach at El Camino Junior High. I teach English and leadership. It is the first time that we try this, and therefore that's why you have a sentence frame to kind of prepare you for it. So as a kid, I had a really hard time understanding the English language. So it was really hard for me to keep up in the class. But my teachers, I was really fortunate to always have teachers who would encourage and motivate me for the smallest thing. They were like, would really celebrate that. And they never made me feel less smart or less capable. If anything, I felt that I was right where I needed to be in order to grow. What is collaboration? What does it mean to collaborate with one another? I said, I want to make a difference in a student's life as well. I want all my students to feel supported and loved and encouraged. So it's kind of my way of giving back to the many generations. So if, let's say, like a fourth grader, your fourth grade brother came up to you and is like, what are you reading? What is it about?
She's so bubbly. Students love her, and they need to see that example in class. She puts them at ease completely by using Spanish, and that's huge, you know? It's so important for kids to be proud of bilingual. We need to promote that. It's not a deficit, it's an advantage. So she's really good about promoting that.
Being bilingual really helps me communicate with the students and the parents and create that similarity between teacher and student. I really feel that because of my upbringing and because of my struggles that I really get to connect with my students. And I feel like a role model for my students, and I tell them like, hey, you know, like if I can do it, you can do it.
She just understands us, like, because she knows she was in our place when she was in 8th grade too.
My overall goal is I want my students to thrive in anything that they want to do. So it's very important for me as an educator to introduce them to that new path and give them the tools necessary for them to be successful and create this new pathway for their families and for the generations to come.
I want to become a teacher, also a middle school teacher. She makes it seem so fun, like to be able to help kids when it's needed.
This passage of The Other Side of the Sky by Farah Mehdi talked about, and then we're going to discuss that.
Her way of teaching is amazing. She is also really nice, which I'm sure a lot of students really like about her. That's why I think she is an amazing teacher. She truly deserves an award.
I know that I'm meant to be here. I know that this is where my heart is, and God, I wouldn't change it. I love it.
Please help me welcome our first 2023 Santa Barbara County Distinguished New Educator, Crystal Guzman.
I am filled with happiness and gratitude as I receive this Distinguished New Educator Award tonight. I want to take the moment to recognize all the new educators for their hard work and dedication. Part of this award belongs to my previous teachers and colleagues, to Ms. Ortiz, Mr. Baldazan, Ms. Luna, Dr. Schwartz, and many more. I can literally go forever. Thank you for inspiring me. To my colleagues who share their wisdom with me, thank you, especially Joel Kringle. Thank you for encouraging me to break out of my new teacher shell. I truly appreciate you. My principals, Ms. Romero and Mr. Simons, for trusting my ideas and challenging me to explore my strengths. Another big part of this award belongs to my students. They are the real MVPs. Shout out to all my students who allow me to be part of their lives, for teaching me new things every day, for showing up, and for the occasional strand of gray hair. I wear it with pride. I love you all. The heart of this award goes to my family, my constant, my everything, my parents, Estela and Gustavo. You're my life teachers, the ones always keeping me grounded and loved. My siblings, Cassandra, Gustavo, and Juan, for never letting me lose sight of my passion for education. And the rest of my families for always cheering me on. I know everyone is watching the live stream. Thank you so much. I am so proud to be here. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Sheridan Taphorn, the sales manager at Newshawk. Innovative, enthusiastic, and motivated are just a few words to describe our next award winner. Already in her second year of teaching, this honoree has stepped up to advise the Leadership Club and has organized more opportunities for student connection on campus, including costume contests, dances, and even games. A fellow colleague has described her as always refining her lesson plans to meet the needs of her students, as well as helping students see the importance of personal reflection in their own growth and educational journey. We all know of the challenges that educators have faced over the last few years, and our honoree tonight has raised the bar in her classroom by incorporating a variety of discourse strategies and students to encourage them to think deeply. She has even inspired colleagues to do the same. Thank you to all of the teachers here with us tonight for your dedication to the art of education. And now I'm especially honored to introduce 2023 Distinguished New Educator Award to Kendall Stevens. Kendall is an 8th grade social studies teacher at La Cumbre Junior High School in the Santa Barbara Unified School District. Here is a brief video to help us get to know Kendall.
My name is Kendall Stevens. I teach at La Cumbre Junior High. I'm currently teaching 8th grade social studies as well as leadership. Welcome in, happy Thursday. Hope you're having a great day so far. I think most people that teach junior high say that it takes a special person to be working in middle school, and I just really enjoy their sense of humor, their inquisitive behavior. They're going through like a really formative period of their life, and it's really exciting to be part of that as a witness and also someone that can really influence and shape their life in a positive way. We're gonna first brainstorm what we want to do for our student versus staff game. Kickball, okay, good. Kickball, what else should we do? It's been so exciting to see how many questions students have about why the world is the way that it is and how the world works, and it's great that we have the opportunity to explore that in my class. Well, we can solidify what kind of games we're going to play, but I like that we're thinking of doing like a water game, especially because it's so hot.
I think what is so special about Kendall is how she was just ready and willing to do anything and really stepped forward, and she has a dynamic way of helping students see what they can do to change the school and to feel like they are a part of this community.
I really strive to show my students that they can be change makers in the world. I think that oftentimes students feel that they're not shown that their voice matters, and in ASB as well. It's really my goal to show students that they matter and their voices matter. That's one of the biggest lessons I really hope to show my students, and to give them the tools on how to, be a positive change in the world they see.
Miss Stevens is a really fun teacher. She's like one of the highlights of my day always. She creates a really good work environment, and her work ethic is really productive and fun at the same time.
She's a really good teacher. She's always full of joy. She's kind, calm, she's patient too, really patient.
Really, she just goes above and beyond. It's the intangibles that really sets Kendall apart, that really don't fit neatly into an evaluation rubric or a job description. She really leads with her heart, and she does that each and every day.
Do you want to glue a QR code onto your poster? Do you want them to sign up at the office? I think just the day-to-day interactions that you have with students is something that I didn't necessarily realize what impact that would make until I became a teacher, which sounds kind of cliche and cheesy, but it's true. Just the relationships that you are continuously building each and every day through every interaction you have with a student have really been the main reason why I love this job so much.
I'm honored to welcome to the stage Kendall Stevens.
Thank you so much to the Santa Barbara County Education Office for this incredible honor. Sir Isaac Newton once said that he was only able to make the scientific discoveries that he did by standing on the shoulders of giants. I too can attribute my success in teaching so far to the many giants that I have had the privilege to learn from. First, I'd like to thank my parents, Ken and Cammie Stevens, for being incredible role models. As both experienced teachers themselves, they have both shown me not only what it means to be a good educator, but to be a good human. I'd also like to thank my grandparents, Kay and Frank Stevens, who are here tonight, for instilling in me the value of education and a passion for public service. These giants have greatly shaped my life, and I am incredibly grateful to have their unwavering love and support. I'd also like to thank my mentor, who's also here tonight, Katie Pelly, for her welcoming presence. Yes, give a round of applause, please. Thank you, Katie. Katie, thank you so much for your welcoming presence and your constant guidance as I've navigated my first few years as a teacher. Katie is a social studies and English instructor in our current site TOSA for the MTSS initiative, and she is a powerhouse, one of the many giants that I've had the privilege of working with at La Cumbre. Katie, thank you for being a constant sounding board and an advocate for our students. Thank you to my administration, including my principal who is here tonight, Dr. Bradley Brock. Thank you for, yes, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Brock, for supporting me in my teaching journey thus far. Your support, trust, and encouragement have made all the difference in building my confidence to explore new ways to connect students with their school and with their community. Lastly, I'd like to thank my students who remind me every day how valuable the connections we make are and how joyful our time together can be. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Ellen Barger, Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction for the Santa Barbara County Education Office. The C&I division of SBCEO is deeply committed to supporting career pathways of our county's educators. Each year, we engage with more than 500 new teachers and mentors in our teacher induction program. We provide customized professional learning workshops, networks, communities of practice, and coaching to thousands of educators. SBCEO creates pathways to leadership through grants that support teacher innovation and collaboration, and more than 2/3 of our school leaders and administrators earned at least one of their administrative credentials in our accredited and rigorous programs. We are deeply invested in supporting and celebrating our educators throughout their careers. And it begins with our new educators. New teachers, like the ones you've met and the one you're about to meet, revitalize a school community with energy and clarity of purpose. They offer new ideas, fresh perspectives, optimism, expertise in new technologies, pedagogies, and deep compassion and understanding of students' experiences in school. The aspirations and contributions of our new educators remind us of our mission, awaken new energy, and inspire a hopeful future. This generation of new educators has the will, the commitment, and the mindset to create inclusive, excellent, and meaningful educational opportunities for the next generation. So now it is my privilege to introduce our final new distinguished educator, Elsie Mora Zambrano, who teaches mathematics at La Colina Junior High School in the Santa Barbara Unified District. Let's take a moment to get to know this distinguished new educator.
My name is Elsie Mora Zambrano. I teach Math 8 here at La Colina.
When you read perimeter, you need to think, oh, let me label the size, because perimeter is asking for all these lengths outside.
Grew up in Lompoc. I went to school there for Hapgood, and then Lompoc Valley Middle School, and then Lompoc High School. I also grew up working in the fields with my parents a lot. I do remember that sometimes being part of that world, it was really hard to also exist in academics and like see myself as the one that was going to be overachieving and like participating in class, because for me it was just, oh, finish school so you can like continue working in the fields like full time and like help your parents out financially. Thankfully though, I did have a counselor that was like, no, like go to college. So she helped me stay in like honors classes, AP, and she really motivated me to do my best in those classes and excel. And so I did, and I went to college.
So you write 4x plus 5? Where'd the 5 come from?
I decided to become a teacher because I noticed that a lot of the teachers that I had, I couldn't really relate to. So I decided that it would be good for students to have someone that understood and someone that they could see themselves in and actually talk to and be more successful.
The pattern grows by 7? That's how many get added each time? Double check your numbers.
Elsie has a way of connecting with students in a way that's very, very real. When they meet her, they can see themselves in her. She's had life experiences that a lot of your public school teachers didn't have. So she's just got this wonderful gift that she builds on.
Ooh, I was troubling y'all.
Ways to raise people up, and in particular students, in math.
I think Elsie starts with building relationships with her students, and when students feel like their teacher believes in them and that they can do it, then there's a lot more chance that they're going to be successful. And she really has a knack for doing that with all of her students.
Add 3. To where? What are we adding 3 to? Yeah, so that's what you write.
I think my goal is for them to be comfortable enough in my class to tell me that they're confused.
Yep,
so
that's exactly what it would be.
I have a lot of students that understand things quickly, and like, of course, that's what we all want, for them to master the material. But I think for me, my goal is, are you comfortable enough in my space to say, I'm confused, I need help? I think that's my goal, what I focus on.
I wasn't really good at like numbers and multiplications and all that, but she helped me like to improve. I feel like I'm doing better now, and I'm like passing my tests now. So I'm like getting A+ and all that.
Nice, okay, you have to draw tiles, love that.
Oh my gosh, I love it so much. But like, the amount of responsibility I have, it's not something I like envisioned before becoming a teacher. Not saying it's bad, it's just, wow, I didn't realize I had so many things to do and so much on my plate, but the students 100% make it worth it.
Please help me. Welcome to the stage, Elsie Mora Zambrano.
Thank you, Ellen, for my beautiful award. Good evening, everyone. I'm very, very thankful to be standing here tonight. Not so much as a distinguished new educator, though, but simply as a teacher. I remember my mom telling me that her dad didn't even want her to go to high school. My mom dreamed of becoming a teacher, but couldn't because my grandfather thought that education wasn't for women. But here I am, a sole generation later. Living her dream and mine. That's why standing up here, getting this super nice award is amazing, but for me, it's standing in my very own classroom. That's the dream come true. So thank you to every person and organization that has helped me throughout my journey and helped put this event together. I want to specifically thank my mom for being the best possible role model a person can have, and my older brother for his unwavering support and sacrifice. Without my family's example and faith, I wouldn't be this amazing math teacher who pours her heart into her work. Teachers truly do great work, so please continue to celebrate and support us. Thank you.
We are so lucky to have this caliber of teachers coming up through the ranks. Good news for students ahead. Again, a big round of applause for all of our distinguished new educators. Now, this is one of the things I look forward to most every year at this event. We get to have a performance by the 2022 Spirit of Fiesta, Tara Mata. She's a recent graduate of Santa Barbara City College and proud representative of Santa Barbara's Old Spanish Days Fiesta. She will now perform a gorgeous dance for us. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Tara Mata.
Cuélate en mi cuerpo, moja los desiertos, siémbrame de vida. Atraca en mi puerto, florece en mi huerto, negocia mi paz. Rompe, quiebra, desordena, sangra. No venga de pie y después sacúdete la mano, ilumíname la sombra. Disuelve mi sangre en tu vino, besando conmigo el camino. Quiero nacer de nuevo, tran, tran. Baila. Relléname los vanos con tu sabiduría. Nútreme con la savia de tu alegría. Quiero ser una ánfora recién cocida. Termíname, dama, complétame. Ay, tiriti, tran, tran, tran. Y quiero ser trozo de barra y que tú seas mi alfarera. Y quiero ser trozo de barro y mórdeme como tú quieras con la caricia, ay, de tu mano. Mórdeme como tú quieras, que con caricia de tu mano. En mi cuerpo mojado desierto, siémbrame de vida. Atraca mi puerto, florece en mi huerto, negocia mi paz. Cuélate en mi cuerpo, moja los desiertos, siémbrame de vida. Atraca mi puerto, florece en mi huerto, negocia mi paz. Rompe, quiebra, desordena, sangra. Quiero nacer de nuevo, tran, tran. Cuélate en mi cuerpo, moja los desiertos, siémbrame de vida. Atraca mi puerto, florece en mi huerto, negocia mi paz. Cuélate en mi cuerpo, moja los desiertos, siémbrame de vida. Atraca mi puerto, florece en mi huerto, negocia mi paz.
Thank you, Tara. That was absolutely beautiful. Good evening. My name is Lindsay Cook, and I'm the Outreach Program Manager at the Santa Barbara Bowl Foundation. The Santa Barbara Bowl is committed to supporting youth performing arts and is genuinely inspired by the teachers we work alongside. The outreach program is only possible through these invaluable partnerships. Tonight, we recognize an educator's ability to transform student experiences. The Santa Barbara Bowl's Performing Arts Teacher of the Year Award celebrates the remarkable people who energize a love and passion for learning and inspire the next generation of artists. Before I announce this year's award recipient, I'd like to acknowledge the previous award winners who are with us tonight, including the director of the Orchid Academy Jazz Band, who entertained us as we arrived, Josie Coburn. Also, Bree Jansen, Garson Olivieri, and Sarah Barthel. They play a critical role in arts education across our county, and we are proud to support them. This year's Santa Barbara Bowl Performing Arts Teacher of the Year Award honors the recipient who champions the importance of arts education for all students, a teacher who instills passion, fosters creativity, and enriches the lives of her students and school community. Here is a video honoring her work.
I'm Jennifer Peterson, and I'm the choir and theater teacher at Cabrillo High School in Lompoc, California.
Open your shutters, ye maids and lads. Sound out, ye trumpets, be glad. Sound out, ye glad.
Having performed on this stage as a student my junior and senior year, and then coming back and being in charge of the program is kind of crazy. I feel a mission in a way that I need to come in and make this a place where people feel accepted and welcomed, and that they want to be here and they are wanted here, and make it a safe space for everybody who wants to come here. I feel very protective of it. I'm mama bear sometimes. All right, fight it out. Ding, ding, hey, hey, ding, ding, hey, dong, hey, ding, ding. All right, let's add one more. Ding, 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 hey, ding, ding, hey, ding. The performing arts is so much more than just being on a stage and creating a story for others. There's so many different things that kids are learning to deal with that are going to be important things for the rest of their life. If they go out in the workplace, they have to learn how to play well with others in the sandbox, and they have to learn how to work on a deadline, and they have to, be able to manage their own part of a bigger project. But then they're also falling in love with the process of creating something from start to finish, and then starting something new the next time and following that process through. And it's a really beautiful kind of yin and yang of what they get out of the performing arts. All right, so let's start at the beginning. So soprano, altos, you're gonna start it. Ready, and.
Hark the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. These
Jen is super dynamic, super excited to be doing what she does. It's clear that she loves her work and that she loves the students at Cabrillo High School. And so she is passionate.
She's such a good manager and organizer of people, and she's so inspiring to her students. They all know what their role is. She helps them develop their own creativity, their own role. She helps them develop their characters, but most importantly, she gives them the freedom to do that. And each of them is so ingrained that I feel like she could step away from a production and nothing would change. Everything would still go as planned. The show would still go on.
I want them to love music and theater so that it is a part of their life for the rest of their lives. I'm not expecting to make mini-me's, although if I do, then excellent. But that's a huge goal, is just to make a bunch of people that love the arts, send them out into the world, and hopefully they'll make other people love the art as well.
For me, and I know that for a lot of other people, like expressing yourself through performing arts is like the way to do it, and it's my way, and I know a lot of other people that's their way too.
She makes it so fun for me to like be in this class in this environment, and I love it so much. Like she's always happy in class and everything. She lifts everyone's spirits up, so I love it so much.
We will always stand by you. Cabrillo High Conquistadors.
I'm in awe each and every day of the things that they have on their shoulders, that they still come and show up for me and have a smile on their face and sing with their hearts and bring me the positivity that maybe isn't reflected back in their own life from the people around them. These kids are just phenomenal, and I'm very lucky to be here every day with them.
Please help me welcome to the stage our 2023 Santa Barbara Bowl Performing Arts Teacher of the Year, Choir and Theater Director at Cabrillo High School, Jennifer Peterson.
Thank you so much for this amazing honor. The performing arts are collaborative by nature, and the only reason that I'm up here is due to the tremendous dedication of the people I work with each day. I'm so grateful to have been working with Rebecca Jones and Laura Schmeiser for the past 16 years in the theater. Dream teams like this don't come around very often, and I know how lucky I am. My accompanist, Julie Pike, is the heart of my choir program. My students are so fortunate to have her as a mentor. To my VAPA department, we've created such a supportive environment together. I'm proud to be your department chair. To my administration at Cabrillo and Lompoc Unified, I applaud your support of the arts and for working to expand access to more students this year and for years to come. To my beautiful family, my life went technicolor when you came into my world. Dang it. Larry, Jesse, and Sarah, you are my biggest blessing. To my parents, thank you for starting me and Mike in piano and band in elementary school. You raised two very artistic children and never questioned how we would make a living doing it. It's a question. To the Santa Barbara Bowl, thank you so much for your continued support of the arts in Santa Barbara County. I'm truly honored to represent you and to join my LUSD colleagues and previous Padoys, Josie, Sarah, Bree, and Garson. The arts give our youth access to other worlds. It can give them words when they don't know what to say. Now, more than ever, the arts matter, and the future is in our classrooms every day. Thank you.
Once again, congratulations, Jennifer, for this award, and to the Santa Barbara Bowl for making it possible. Arts education is important to all our students and our entire community. It is tremendously important to shine the spotlight on arts education. And on a personal note, I am lucky enough to be a board member for the Santa Barbara County Bowl, and I share that honor with Tyler Duncan, who is here tonight and who is sponsored through Rusty's Pizza this event this evening. We are so lucky to be able to support all these amazing teachers and programs in Santa Barbara County, even through COVID. When we didn't have any shows at the Bowl, we were putting together flash grants, doing everything we could to make sure that students still had access to the performing arts, even if it was through Zoom. We're able to give over $300,000 to programs every single year through grants. And so we are proud to be partners with Cox and the Santa Barbara County Education Office. And Jennifer, keep doing the work you're doing. It's awesome. And to all of our performing arts teachers, keep doing that amazing work. Now clap. Now, the next 3 awards will be presented to the 2023 Distinguished Mentor Award winners. These outstanding mentors were nominated by fellow teachers who have benefited from their guidance, support, and modeling. Mentors are the unsung heroes of our profession. All have dedicated themselves and their careers not only to developing the minds and hearts of their students, but also to investing in their colleagues, mentoring new teachers, and improving the collective craft of teaching. We are grateful to have some of our former distinguished mentors with us tonight who never would miss a party, who we'd like to acknowledge: Lorena Armstrong, Ricardo Magni, Melissa Woods, Meredith Utterback, Marilyn Tilley, Clancy Chu, Merritt. Thank you guys for being here and for being mentors. Now, to make tonight's first Distinguished Mentor presentation, please help me welcome to the stage Events and Community Programs Officer Brianna Aguilar.
Thank you, Andrew. Let's give our MC a huge round of applause. Good evening. My name is Brianna Aguilar, and I am the Events and Community Programs Officer at Montecito Bank and Trust, the largest locally owned community bank on the Central Coast. We are proud to have been a part of Salute to Teachers since the very beginning as a valedictorian sponsor, and I'm excited to be back at Hahn Hall with you tonight to celebrate all of the incredible honorees. The contribution each of you make to the children of this community is nothing short of tremendous. Thank you for your enthusiasm and dedication to educating our children. As a mom of a 6th and 4th grader, I know what an impact teachers have on my children's lives. Thank you for all you do. As a community bank, we understand the importance of having an experienced and trusted advisor. Our teachers guide us, build trust, and model positive behaviors, becoming some of the first mentors our kids may have in their lives. We also have a special connection to tonight's event because of our unique partnerships with our local teachers, bringing our associates into local classrooms and teaching financial literacy training to more than 1,100 students in 2022, with over 160 hours in the classroom. The lessons that we provide to students and families cover topics such as saving, budgeting, and understanding credit. If this is something you would like us to provide to students or parents at your school, please reach out to us. It is my honor to introduce the first 2023 Distinguished Mentor, Cara Leach, a 4th grade teacher at Foothill School in the Goleta Unified School District. Let's enjoy this video about Cara.
My name is Cara Leach, and I'm a 4th grade teacher at Foothill School.
I've got a poster up here with 5 parts that are really standing out on the letter. There's a heading, a greeting, the body, closing, and the signature.
4th graders are fun. They're very social. They're hard workers. They can do a lot. They can produce a lot. And they're also, they're deep thinkers. They're problem solvers. They also enjoy learning and not trying to get out of learning, if that makes sense.
Moving up the writing staircase. We did planning, that's the ground floor. Now we're stepping up to the 1st floor, and it's the It's the rough draft.
I really enjoy the fact that I can be creative as a teacher, and I can also dig into research and make sure I'm doing what are best practices. And I'm learning all the time as a teacher. That was actually another big part of why I went into teaching, is to be a lifelong learner. I learn from my students, I learn from my mentees, I learn from my colleagues.
She has a sense of serenity in her voice, in her tone, in the environment when you look at her walls, and in her interaction with students. So that's what I see firsthand, is just really that bond that she has, and just the calmness of her, just the way she treats not only the students, but just the whole class in general.
She's a great teacher. She'll help you with anything you need. She teaches you great. She gives you everything you need and need to know about all the subjects, and she also has fun while she's doing it.
I definitely learned how to be more caring and just how to be a better person in general. And like, she wasn't just there to teach, she was there to like bond and connect with every student, so that was good.
So you can just write your ideas here of what you want to tell your dog. What kind of things do you want to tell him?
I feel like giving back is important, and particularly during this last 2 years, during the pandemic, it was a really difficult time for everyone. And when I worked with my mentee, she was really helpful for me because we would collaborate and talk and share ideas. And she had some great, ways of engaging the kids online, using, different Google applications that I maybe hadn't thought of. So I think we really helped each other.
She just was so ready to share her expertise. She has so many years of experience, so much good experience. She just is really wise and had a lot of great advice for every little thing that I came up with. She was really happy to brainstorm and kind of come up with a solution that was authentic for myself as well.
It's pretty obvious that she cares about everyone, and it's just her style of teaching is very positive, and no matter what level of learning you're at, she respects it, and she has fun with the students.
I love the opportunity to learn and to grow as a teacher and as a colleague, as a staff member. I feel like we're all in this together.
Please help me welcome to the stage Cara Leach.
Good evening, and congratulations to all of the honorees here tonight. I am incredibly honored to have been chosen as one of the many educators who are making a difference every day, and I am especially grateful to Megan McCarter, who, as my mentee, took the time to write a thoughtful, heartfelt letter of appreciation for me, which highlighted our shared experience of teaching during the uncharted waters of a global pandemic. Maya Angelou, once said, "In order to be a mentor and an effective one must care. You must care. You don't have to know how many square miles are in Idaho. You don't need to know what is the chemical makeup of chemistry or of blood or water. Know what you know and care about the person. Care about what you know and care about the person you're sharing it with." This, I think, sums up what it means to be a mentor and a teacher. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Jeff Green. I have the pleasure of serving as the CEO of the Santa Barbara City College Foundation. Community college. Like all of us tonight, and I'm going to take a risk here and speak for all of us tonight, I believe we all recognize that there is no better investment than education. I was fortunate enough to be raised in a family of educators, so I know something about this firsthand. I actually am proud to count my mother, father, brother, 3 aunts, and 2 uncles as educators, most of which are in the public schools. And I still turned out okay. But tonight, I also have the fortune of seeing in a day-to-day way at Santa Barbara City College outstanding teachers in action. I get to work with students of all ages who've had their lives transformed by a teacher, someone who not only taught them, but mentored them, often went far above and beyond to help them find their path. Tonight is particularly special for me, however, because I have the pleasure of introducing someone who's been a friend for a quarter of a century and actually was both of my children's first grade teacher. In the classroom, and/or on Zoom, and/or out on the lawn, again, whatever it took. So I'm very happy, I'm delighted, in fact, tonight to introduce 2023 Distinguished Mentor Award winner, Christina Ressler, AKA Tina, AKA Miss Ressler in my house, of Peabody Charter School. Please take a look.
My name is Christina Ressler, and I'm a first grade teacher at Peabody Charter School.
A compliment is?
First graders are the most unique, amazing, fun, needy, excited, loving little creatures that you will ever meet. Every day in first grade is different. There is never a dull moment, and their enthusiasm for life is just contagious. And it's all about the greatness that they have inside of them, the little magical spark, that they have inside of them is still so big when they're little, and just to hold that and nurture that is why I love first grade.
If you put up your left hand, it'll actually make a capital L, and that's how you'll know which one is your left.
She's nice and she makes us learn a lot. It's because teachers always love. That's the basically running question. She is like the best teacher for a first grader and a good teacher for everyone.
Snowsuit.
Snowsuit.
Change suit to flake.
Snowflake.
Yes, great job.
I think young teachers have so much to offer. I think they have a fresh view on the world. They're learning new things that us more experienced teachers never got to learn. And they just have a passion and an enthusiasm for life and for learning that some of us forget after a while, And to just cheer them on, because this is a hard, hard job. And if I can help uplift them in any way, then I've done my part.
She's always made me feel like we're on an equal playing field. It's never been like, I'm the teacher, you're the student, or I'm the veteran and you're the rookie. It's always been, we're a team. And I still find myself wandering into her classroom like, hey, can we talk about something, or can I brainstorm with you? So it meant the world to me that even after being her student teacher, where she could have easily been like, okay, let's go our separate ways, she reached out her hand again, and she said, let's do this together, and I'll be your mentor, and we're gonna ride the wave as a team. And it made me feel really good.
You got a laser beam shooting out of your hands right there. Ready? Get the other way. Good.
I actually never realized how in love with being a mentor I would be. I think of it like ripples in a pond. As a teacher, how many lives can I impact? You've got 25, 35 kids coming through your doors every year. You work for 10, 20, 30 years sometime. You think about that impact. That's a big impact. But then you think about the ripple in the pond that you make when you impact a teacher who is impacting potentially hundreds of lives, right? So I love being a mentor.
Please help me welcome 2023 Distinguished Mentor, Christina Ressler.
It is an honor and a privilege to be here in this special moment with you, and I am so grateful. I would like to thank all of the guests that I invited here tonight for being my support network, my inspiration, and my guides. I would like to especially thank my daughters Violet and Lilia for sharing mommy with so many other children. Feeling passionate about helping others and ensuring a brighter, better future for our planet has always been my driving force as an educator. Being a mentor to new teachers has been so fulfilling as I get to witness their deep commitment and passion for contributing to the greater good of humankind. Persevering in teaching was always a challenge, but persevering and shining as new teachers like you, Miss Elster, over these past 2 years in particular is nothing short of a superhero feat. So I'm proud to stand among you to continue to illuminate the magnitude of the miracles that dedicated educators work on a daily basis, both large and small. May we all continue to use our gifts to light up the world, especially in times of darkness. Thank you.
Hi, and good evening. I'm Dr. Maria Viola Sanchez. I'm a trustee at Fielding Graduate University right here in Santa Barbara. And on behalf of Fielding's president, Dr. Katrina Rogers, I want to express our gratitude to all teachers throughout Santa Barbara County. First, I want to congratulate each of the winners of these prestigious awards. You are an inspiration to our communities. Most importantly, you are role models to the students you serve. Your job is not an easy one, especially in the complex world we live in today. The teachers whom we celebrate today go above and beyond to advance as teachers and to make an extra effort in their daily work to support teacher and student experience in your schools. I'm honored to announce tonight that as a celebration of this achievement, Fielding Graduate University is offering a $9,000 scholarship for a doctorate in education in our Leadership for Change program to any of the awardees who wish to take advantage of it. Thank you. Our Doctor of Education degree is designed for professionals inspired to tackle the challenges in today's educational and human services systems. Fielding's vision is to educate leaders, scholars, and practitioners to create a more just and sustainable world. We would love for all of you to join us in making that vision a reality. Fielding Graduate University's motto is, "Change the world, start with yours." We're excited to present the final Distinguished Mentor Award tonight to a remarkable teacher from Solvang School. Let's learn more about her now.
I am Alyssa Spanier, and I teach 8th grade English at Solvang School. So what does that show us about what Maya values or what she believes? Oftentimes by the time middle schoolers get to this point, a lot of them have sort of started to tell themselves that they don't like reading. And I try to help them see that that is the story that we tell ourselves, that this is not something we do. But whatever it was that got them away from being a reader, I want to help them overcome those obstacles and come back to it. Hopefully just trying to bring that joy back into it for them is really the goal. This is the first step in your independent character analysis.
She's a nice teacher and she helps us meet our goals. If we want to read for an hour or two a week, she helps us with that. She helps us with our grammar, a basic teacher things.
You need to know a lot of things to be able to teach, and some students are very hard to teach, and you have to be good at that. And I think she's really good at that.
What about throughout the book? So we know that she loves gymnastics.
I think Alyssa is very thoughtful, and so when someone comes to her with a question or a problem, I think she's very good at helping the person think through that problem and not jumping in immediately with a solution, but listening carefully and questioning to bring out the issue or the problem.
I think that not giving people the answers is something that I deal with in teaching as well, right? When you see a student, you can tell the answers right there on the tip of their tongue, but you don't just want to say it for them. You really want to give them that opportunity to find that conclusion and feel confident enough to say it out loud. And so that really translates to mentoring, being able to help that person see sometimes what's right in front of them by asking the right kind of questions or by just giving them the space to think about it. And so luckily I have practice in what I do on a day-to-day basis that I can apply then in the mentoring setting.
She's very oriented around my goals. So I don't sit in the room with her and she says, okay, here's what you need to do, here's what should happen. She's like, what do you want to do? What are you trying to get out of this? And then she'll have ideas about how to implement that. Like, oh, have you thought about this? Or, very kind of helping me work into what I'm trying to do rather than telling me what to do.
But how did she overcome those? How did she make it through to the other end when you said she was happy again? I think overall, my goal is to make a difference, whether that's in the lives of my students or in the lives of my colleagues. I think we all want to make our mark in this life, and being able to impact so many people, I can really make that impact exponential, right? When I make somebody's day better or somebody learn something new, they can take that with them and hopefully transfer that on to other people. So I think the goal is to make a difference, to make a positive difference.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2023 Distinguished Mentor Award honoree, Alyssa Spanier.
Good evening. I am greatly honored to be receiving this recognition as a distinguished mentor. There are so many wonderful educators out there doing the same work, and I appreciate the opportunity to shine some light on just how valuable that work is. Because teaching can be an isolating experience, and I don't think that people can reach their full potential in isolation. It is through our work with others that we achieve beyond that which we initially thought possible. I've learned this over and over again, as a student, as an athlete, and as a professional. And that's why I've been happy to mentor new teachers again and again. It's a mutually beneficial relationship that only amplifies what we can do. And when done well, those benefits have a positive impact on the educators involved in the mentoring process, yes, but also on their students and on the rest of the school community. So I want to say thank you to my parents for teaching me to play nicely with others. And thank you to my husband for being the ultimate teammate, to my friends and family for always supporting me, and to my Aunt Lisa, one of my original mentors who inspired me to go into this profession in the first place, and to every other mentor I had along the way that's guided me to where I am. I wouldn't be here without all of you, so thank you.
Thank you to Alyssa and all of the Distinguished Mentor Award winners. The fact that they're willing to give their time and mentor and guide young teachers is really remarkable, and we are so lucky to have you. Thank you again, and to all of our award winners for the Distinguished Mentors, big round of applause. So the final award of the evening is a very special award, truly the highest honor a teacher can receive in our county. Recognizing the Santa Barbara County Teacher of the Year, along with the other honorees at a Salute to Teachers, was initially inspired by the vision of Cox Communication in partnership with the Santa Barbara County Education Office. This partnership was formed by the mutual goal of making an impact on local classrooms and elevating the teaching profession. To share a bit more about the passion Cox Communication has for education is Ingo Henschel, Senior Vice President and Regional Manager for Cox. Please give him a warm round of applause.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you, Andrew, on behalf of Cox Communications. I'm so proud to be here with all of you. I'm the husband of a hardworking public school behavioral specialist. Every day, I get marvel at the work she does and the work that teachers do. So I'm sincere in my thanks and admiration for all educators and in having the honor to be a part of this special occasion to honor you. Education is core to everything we do at Cox. Our business was founded over 120 years ago by a teacher, James M. Cox, and his legacy of supporting teachers in local education remains strong within our company. It's a legacy and an honor our employees and our company take very seriously. Awarding scholarships to local students, providing technology backbone for our schools, or working with many of you to bring digital equity to all students in our community. We believe now more than ever how important it is to invest in our teachers. This evening's videos were filmed by Cox's YourView network, which is streaming the event live on yourview.com. The recording will also be available on Santa Barbara's County Education's Office YouTube channel in the coming days. Last year, we met a very special teacher who has served as a remarkable voice for all educators across Santa Barbara County. I'd like to introduce you to her via the video we presented last year when she was celebrated as a Teacher of the Year.
My name is Allison Blanton, and I teach 5th grade out here in Lompoc at Miguelito Elementary School.
So when someone says you're a bull in a china shop, it might mean that you're just a little rough, like you said, or reckless.
So 5th graders are capable, they're independent, they are so good at working together, they have so many ideas.
Okay, so car ride down a hill, what is that similar to? Whose experience did that sound like?
I truly believe to teach them, I do have to reach them. They have to know that I'm not there to yell at them and punish them or to scream or be mad when something isn't right. I'm there to help guide them and lead them and hear them, but we're also here to learn. And learning happens when you're ready. That is the idiom, the literal meaning.
She's kind, she cares a lot about us, she helps us understand things, she's really good at teaching us.
She's really good with the kids. She really does care about their heart and her feelings, and I can say that's something that I've learned from her, is to really take in how they're feeling and their emotional and their mental well-being. And she does a lot of that with the kids, and they love her for that.
She's really nice. She's never hard on anybody. She's there for you when you need her. Miss Blanton, she's fun. Really fun, and she's funny.
Everybody go whoosh! That's the butterfly feeling, right?
She's good at her job, she knows what she's doing, and she loves it. I think that's what makes a difference, and that positive attitude that she brings off to the school, into her community, into her classroom, makes a huge difference.
So being the Santa Barbara County Teacher of the Year for me means that I actually just have the unique opportunity to share with others what so many other teachers are doing. I am no different than all the other hardworking teachers throughout this entire county. I just have the unique opportunity to get to share what it is that we are all doing and to spotlight on our profession.
It's raining cats and dogs? What do you mean? That's horrible.
Doesn't matter what grade I teach, it's the looks on their faces, it's the things that they say, it's the joy that they bring. It's the good days, it's the bad days, it doesn't matter. What I love about teaching, it's those aha moments. It's the, oh, I get it now. Oh, I see. And I just think those are the moments that I wouldn't trade for anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to welcome back to the stage the 2022 Santa Barbara County Teacher of the Year and California State Teacher of the Year finalists, Allison Blanton.
Okay, give me 1 second. Thank you, Ingo. That was just a little bit harder than even last year. Because those children are not my sister's children. And my sister is here. And so, thank you. Thank you. Cox has been incredibly gracious to me and all of the Salute Teacher honorees. It has been my greatest honor to serve as last year's Teacher of the Year.
I took the role so seriously, and I enjoyed every bit of it. I proudly served as a voice for all educators, and I have appreciated the chance to applaud tonight's winners. I take that so seriously. You are all so amazing. What an absolute privilege to be among all of these incredible educators out here tonight. You're amazing. Thank you, Dr. Salcido, for allowing me to serve under your leadership as our county's Teacher of the Year. You're outrageous. Presenting the 2023 Santa Barbara County Teacher of the Year Award winner tonight are two notable community leaders who exemplify the role of dedicated supporter of teachers. It is my pleasure to first welcome to our stage Kirsten McLaughlin, Santa Barbara, woo! Santa Barbara Market Vice President of Cox Communications. You're on.
I had forgotten that Allison made me cry last year. Oh, she is a hard act to follow. Good evening, everyone. It is so wonderful to be back at this remarkable event, celebrating our dedicated teachers across the county. As we dive in tonight to our final awardee, please join me in a few special thank yous. First, to our incredible MC, Andrew Firestone, who I know is hiding back there. Andrew is a steadfast and enthusiastic supporter of our local educators, and we can't thank him enough for coming back year after year to lead this celebration. Second, tonight would not be possible without the tireless work of Steve Keithley and his team at the County Education Office. And to Eleanor Gartner and our Cox Communications team, thank you for bringing this year's salute to life. And finally, I want to thank my boss, Ingo Henschel, who you just heard from, who leads Cox California, for being here tonight. Ingo and his leadership exemplify Cox's deep commitment to education and the communities we serve. Oh, the train's going by. Over the past 2 years, Cox has invested more than ever to ensure our customers and our communities have the access and connectivity they need. And earlier this year, our president, Mark Graytrex, announced a $60 million network investment over the next 3 years to deliver multi-gigabit internet services right here on the south coast of Santa Barbara County. Our investment also includes supporting the organizations that make our communities strong and working with our amazing partners, including many of you here tonight, to bridge the digital divide. Our collaboration with the County Education Office, our local school districts, Partners in Education and their Computers for Families program, and other nonprofits helps to ensure every student has access to reliable and affordable internet and the digital tools they need to be successful through programs like Connect to Compete and the Cox Digital Academy. Thank you all for being a part of this important work. I told Susan my hands are going to hurt by the end of the night because there's so much to celebrate tonight. As the daughter of 2 educators and a product of the Santa Barbara Unified School District, it is my honor to recognize the tireless work of our teachers and all they do to support their students and our community. And now it's time for the final award of the evening, an honor going to an amazing woman who exemplifies everything we're celebrating tonight. But first, to join me in presenting the Santa Barbara County Teacher of the Year, please help me welcome another incredible woman to the stage, Dr. Susan Salcido, your Superintendent of Schools.
Good evening, everyone. What a beautiful night. I love hearing that Kirsten's parents were teachers. It adds special meaning for our honorees and their family members, cheering them on here tonight. Thanks to you, Kirsten and Ingo and Cox Communications, for placing a well-deserved bright spotlight on extraordinary teachers in our county. I'd like to take a moment and introduce several individuals who are in the audience this evening. They are the superintendents from school districts from throughout Santa Barbara County, here to represent their school and to celebrate their honoree. Allow me to introduce each to you, and then I will ask them to stand as a group. Starting from the northern part of Santa Barbara County and moving our way south. From Santa Maria Bonita, Dr. Darren McDuffie. From the Orchid Union School District, Dr. Holly Eads. From the Lompoc Unified School District, Dr. Debbie Blow. From Solvang School District, Sierra Lockridge. From the Goleta Union School District, Dr. Diana Galinda Roybal, and former Superintendent Dr. Donna Lewis. Superintendent of Peabody Charter School, Damian Barnett. Superintendent of Santa Barbara Unified School District, Dr. Hilda Maldonado. And retired superintendent of the Cold Springs School District, Dr. Tricia Price. May you all please stand. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. Now let me share with you the Santa Barbara County Teacher of the Year selection process. Each fall, we invite our 20 districts and 10 charter schools to nominate individual teachers from their district. Applicants must have at least 8 full years of classroom teaching experience. The SBCEO Teachers Network and an esteemed selection committee conduct an extensive review of all applications and select finalists for an interview round where the teachers share about their instructional practices and philosophy of education. The selection committee conducts classroom observations of every finalist before selecting the Teacher of the Year. The Teacher of the Year finalists are remarkably talented educators, and we're fortunate to have several here tonight.
Please stand so that we may all congratulate you for being a Teacher of the Year finalist. Jamin Bean, Krista Beard, and Christine McLean. Congratulations. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, and more importantly, for the standards of excellence you set for your students and your colleagues. We are also pleased to introduce some of our previous Santa Barbara County Teacher of the Year award winners who are with us tonight. Please also stand so we may recognize you. Allison Blanton, 2022, Brandon Sportel, 2016, and Ricardo Magni, who was the 2013 Teacher of the Year and one of last year's distinguished mentors. Thank you for being here tonight, and it's our honor and privilege to honor you.
Our 2023 Teacher of the Year serves to represent all teachers in Santa Barbara County. An ambassador for education, this distinction is one of education's highest honors and highest responsibilities. Children and their families know the life-changing influence of the teacher we're about to welcome to the stage. Walking into her classroom, it is immediately evident that her talent, energy, and love for her students make her a champion for each child in her classroom every day.
We are so pleased to introduce, first by video, Joanna Hendricks. Joanna is the teacher of deaf and hard of hearing students for the Santa Barbara County Education Office in a regional program housed at Ralph Dunlap School in the Orchid Union School Districts. Please see her video.
Hi, I'm Joanna Hendricks.
I teach preschool and kindergarten in the Regional Deaf Education Program for SBCEO. I teach 3, 4, 5, and 6-year-olds. All of my students are in my class because they have an eligibility of either being deaf or hard of hearing. And so I have students that use a variety of languages. Some are speaking, some are signing, and some are really at the beginning stages of language development. Doors on the bus go open and shut all through the town. Most of our students have received services from 0 to 3, but even with that, they come to me with an incomplete language foundation. And so oftentimes they come frustrated and overwhelmed with their inability to communicate. And that's not due to their deafness, it's more due to their access to language. And so here, we really are striving to make sure that everything is accessible linguistically. Our brains are equipped to take in that information auditorily or visually, and so we do it all. Say, I like to paint. Paint. Paint, that's painting, good job.
She goes above and beyond. Language for her is not just in the classroom and it's not just for her students. She involves the parents and she wants language to be as a whole. She wants parents to be as involved as they can be. And it's very hard when parents like myself that don't know the language, the stress we're dealing with in life. And she makes us part of it. She goes above and beyond.
I think that parents, that's part of why it's so beautiful that Joanna creates those relationships, because the parents trust her and she establishes that trust very early on. And she's just uber communicative. She celebrates her students' wins. Everything she does, when it comes down to it, it's just what's best for students. And she's just exceptional.
My favorite part of being a teacher, I think, would be cultivating relationships with parents and students. And those bonds and those connections that we make are really the joy for me. And that's, I think, where I thrive. That's what gives me energy.
She played a lot of roles for me and she advocated for me. She comforted me in times where I needed her, providing me that reminder that my son will be successful. And it was true.
I want my students to know that they are capable and that they are seen and heard and loved, and regardless of any disability or hearing levels, that they can be whomever they want to be. And I want them to go out into the world and know their potential and know their worth and just thrive.
Please help us welcome to the stage 2023 California Teacher of the Year State Finalist and our 2023 Santa Barbara County Teacher of the Year, Joanna Hendricks.
Thank you, Dr. Susan Salcido and Kirsten McLaughlin from Cox Communications, and to the numerous community sponsors and partners who have made this evening possible. My colleagues throughout Santa Barbara County, from Carpinteria to Cuyama, are among the most dedicated people I have ever known. I am so proud to call SBCEO my professional home. To my former and my current students, their parents, and those yet to come, thank you. Thank you for allowing me into your homes, for sharing your culture, your language, and your dreams, for partnering with me and trusting me along the way. Thank you to the deaf adults and community members who have supported my students and showed them the possibility of what is yet to come. To my exceptional special education coordinators and administrators at SBCEO, both past and present. From Janelle Willis to Kathy De Laurentiis to Dr. Samantha Sola, I am a passionate teacher, sometimes overwhelmingly so. Thank you for accepting all of me and the feedback that I often share. I have had the good fortune to be raised under the leadership of Bill Cerrone and Florine Bednarz, a dynamic duo who passed the reins to Dr. Susan Salcido and Kirsten Escobedo, two women who consistently put children first, who work diligently to ensure that all students throughout our county have access to a full and rich educational experience. Working in special education can be isolating. Working with a low incidence population that represents less than 1% of all students in special education can make it feel even more so. But what connects us are the relationships we build. To my Dunlap team, you are simply incredible. To my family, to my husband Jason, and my girls Paige and Allie. Thank you for spending your weekends and your spring breaks supporting all of my wild ideas, for painting castles for my classroom dramatic play, for knowing that when I say my kids, I'm talking about you both and my students. And to Jason, if there ever was a supportive teacher spouse, you personify that role. And finally, to Kelly Sanders, my work partner extraordinaire and my very dear work friend. I have spent the last 22 years modeling my practice after yours, and it's the only reason I look as capable as I do tonight. So thank you.
Joanna, thank you. You sparkle, you shine, you inspire. And something you absolutely stand for is access to language and literacy throughout every corner of your classroom. And you inspired me to reflect on that tonight. Some people are especially drawn to numbers and patterns. Some children are sweetly obsessed with insects, dinosaurs, or cars. Me? Words. You have a fun pun, you'll have a fan for life. You have a haiku, count me in. Now take the meaning of words and mix in etymology, how words have changed over time and what that change says about culture and people. It's too good. Here's an example. Take the word selfie. Selfie was incorporated into the Oxford English Dictionary 9 years ago. That seems like a long time ago. Take another word that was incorporated into the Merriam-Webster Dictionary in 2022. The word is a verb, and it is to MacGyver, which is to fix something with whatever materials are on hand, and it usually involves duct tape. Now that word seems like it should have been in the dictionary since the show ended, which was 31 years ago. There's another word from 2022 that I have yet to use. It's an adjective, adorkable, which is defined as unfashionable or socially awkward and appealing or cute. In recent weeks, I heard an interview about American Sign Language and how words have evolved in ASL. Joanna, you've inspired me to lean into this. Here's what I learned. For example, the word phone has shifted from hands holding what looked like a candlestick and an earpiece, to the hang loose sign, to the cupped cell phone, and to this, and now even this. And the sign for privilege, which used to only show money going into a pocket, but has since expanded beyond money and resources to show a fist and a pointer finger, representing a person lifted up by a palm that elevates a person who has privilege in other ways, be it gender, race, positionality, identity. It is no surprise, as we change, so does language. The world sure has changed. Education has changed. So how is our language changing, and what language is needed right now? The language that is essential right now in education includes the very language we heard tonight. From the children and colleagues in the vignettes, from every speaker on stage this evening, we heard words that heal, inspire, illuminate students' and teachers' aspirations. We heard language tonight that reflects the heart and compassion that it takes to teach. Teachers tonight used important words to describe their work, like trust, dreams, possibilities. This type of language is not just kind or nice. The language we heard tonight is essential for us in education. We need language that supports us as we recover, improve, progress, change, charge forward, and move ahead. We've all heard the opposite and know how it feels. Loaded words that describe educators in schools and even children as failing, that paint a picture of despair. These words are damaging, demoralizing, and define education by deficiencies. Yes, it is important to be clear. It is important to be real. It's also so important to be human. The way we frame our thoughts and deliver our words about our belief in education, what we say and repeat, what we write and what we sign, can make or break the spirit of the very people whom we trust with our children every day. Tonight, what a gift, a real privilege to be a part of this community, dedicated and invested in elevating the profession of teaching and recognizing that the dynamic and complex work of teachers deserves language to match. Let's start with this. We believe in you, we value you, we respect you, we salute you. To the family, friends, and colleagues of honorees, thank you for dressing up tonight and for showing up tonight and sometimes holding up your teacher. To our community partners, thank you for your time, energy, and investments in support of teaching excellence. And to all teachers, thank you for your unwavering commitment to our children and the ways in which you humbly and boldly prepare and inspire your students every day. As I exit now and turn the podium back to our Andrew Firestone, please join me in an emphatic round of appreciation and applause for teachers here tonight and for all throughout Santa Barbara County.
Thank you, Susan. Tonight we've saluted 8 outstanding teachers. Thank you all for helping us express our respect, admiration, and appreciation. Now we wish to extend a final thanks to our generous sponsors who have made this event possible. A truly sincere thanks to Cox Communications, founding sponsor of this event, and Cox Your View team. Your partnership has made this special occasion the premier teacher recognition event in our county for 9 years. We are sincerely grateful for your commitment to our local schools and the model you provide our community. Thank you to the entire Music Academy team for sharing your talents and making this fabulous venue available to honor our teachers. We truly appreciate all of our sponsors for making the decision to generously give to education, not only through your contributions, but also through your time and commitment to honoring teachers. Thanks to so many people who made this evening possible, especially the Salute Planning Team. From the SBCEO staff, John Merritt, Meredith Utterback, Sheila Takuchi, Stephen Keithley, and Flores, who dedicated to ensuring we had a wonderful event, so big thank you. Louis, Medina, Steve Smith, Matt Evans, Cammie Barnwell, Allie Adam, Delaney Patrick, and from the Cox team, the amazing Eleanor Gartner. Thank you, everybody. Now, a quick note before I go, just on a personal. I am a product of Adams School and some Tigers out here, and believe it or not, I was valedictorian, Los Olivos Spartans, class of 1989. I was on the Goleta Education Foundation board. My wife was a PTA president. That is to say that we as parents, we do everything we can to support you. But we know that when you show up on Monday morning, you're going to have a couple dozen faces staring back at you, and you might be alone up there, but you're not alone. We appreciate you. We love you. We know how important it is in the formative work you're doing for our youth. So thank you from all of the parents for all of the work you do. We're glad that you're all here, and for all of you at home watching the live stream who joined us, a salute to teachers. Next time you see us, next time you see a teacher, we hope you'll share a smile and a word of gratitude for all they do. Thank you, and good night. We're done? All right. Whew, we got through that. It's now time to party. The live stream